Welcome back to the Spark Faith podcast. I am Dr. Chris Sargent, and today we are talking everything gut health and how gut health affects everything. Everything. I know it's all over the place, and it's sometimes hard to imagine how gut health affects all the different parts of your body. Couple weeks ago, I did a podcast on gut health and skin, right? Because like, how does that even work, right? So today, I want to bring the lens out a little bit further and talk about gut health and the whole body, because I think this will give you some context for understanding how it affects all the different layers and all the different parts, and how gut health affects your thrivability, right? Not just survival, but like thriving and making you feel good all over all the time. And so here we go. We are going to break down the gut, and we're going to break it down into its function and then how it makes you feel and how it functions throughout the body, right? This because functional medicine function, gut health function is all about how your body functions. Think about if your car isn't functioning properly, right? Or the air conditioner in your house isn't functioning. Like, what if your air conditioner in your house is only functioning like 50%? I have 2 units in this house, whatever. But like, what if only one of them was working, right? My house would be really, really hard to keep cool down here in Tennessee. So, what if your gut health is only functioning at about 50%? What happens then? Well, here we go. So let's just take this in order. Like, what does the gut do? Well, let's assume we're putting in healthy food, okay? Because if you're putting in any kind of ultra processed food, then this system that I'm about to talk about is breaking down even further every time you do that. So I want to talk about putting in healthy food so that we can see what a normal, healthy, optimally healthy digestive system would do. So the first thing we're going to put healthy food in, right? We're going to chew, and digestion actually starts in your mouth. So those of you who take a bite, chew it a couple times, and swallow it, you're missing a whole bunch of digestion, which means you're also missing nutrition. And your gut microbiome, like the good bugs, also starts in your mouth, and that is a very big topic for another day or 10. Like, that's a big topic. In fact, I think I need a dentist to get on board to talk about that one with me. Anyway, so it drops into your stomach. And what happens in your stomach? Well, your stomach has very low pH, which means it's very, very acidic, which is great. It's supposed to be acidic. We will talk about acid blockers and reflux on another day, because your belly is supposed to be acidic, and it's supposed to be acidic for several reasons. First of all, it breaks down protein. When we break down protein, then we get amino acids released, and amino acids are building blocks for muscle tissue and enzymes which drive your whole body. Okay, so we get protein. We also get the absorption and production of B12. Absolutely critical for neurological health, muscle health, energy production, so many things, right? We cannot make B12 in our gut without all the appropriate pH to kick that whole thing off. And appropriate mineral absorption starts in your gut with a proper pH. The other thing that starts in your gut is your immune system, because if a bacteria can live through the acid, you got a strong bacteria, because that acid is there as our first line of defense to start killing things that don't belong in our body. And so when we take a lot of acid reflux medication, or we stop the flow of digestive juices by stress, we are going to open ourselves up to infection, viruses, and bacterial. Okay, so let's keep moving, because this is going to be the overarching view. I'd love to I could go down each one of these paths and spend a lot of time there, and we will. I have lots of time. And so, um, the next thing that happens is right outside of your stomach, your gallbladder empties out along with your pancreas, which also gives you some digestive enzymes to further break down the food and start absorbing and breaking down and absorbing the fats in your food. So that happens in the part of the small intestine. And then what happens is that food is broken down further into smaller and smaller particles, and the gut microbiome or your good bacteria start chomping on it as well and creating vitamins and things that you need. Now, that's all great, right? But what if you can't absorb it? What if it can't get from the inside of your gut lining to the inside of your body because your gut is leaky, or because your immune system is attacking everything, or because you have so much inflammation in there. So, or you have chronic diarrhea or chronic constipation, which causes a whole host of toxic buildup, right? So, we need to be able to absorb things. The nutrients in our body, in our gut, go to the rest of our body, right? So if we're lacking that, then we're not able to repair our cells. We're not able to make new cells, at least not good, healthy new cells, right? If we're supposed to be making like Mercedes like cells and we are making like, I don't know, like a 1952 Chevy something, but not classic, right? Not a cool one, like the rusted out ones. Like, I don't know. You're not making good cells, is what all I'm saying. So we can't repair, we can't detoxify because we don't have the nutrients necessary to do that. We can't produce energy. And I know y'all are tired because I hear it all the time, right? I'm so tired, I'm fatigued, I don't sleep well, I wake up tired. So some of those things have to do with the absorption of nutrients and your need for B complex vitamins, which are being made. You can't make neurotransmitters, right? So you're happy or you're sad, or your neurotransmitters are disrupted because of your gut. And I know I talked about this a lot earlier in the year. And then inflammatory and anti-inflammatory molecules are either made or not made based on whatever you're eating. Like the oils and fats that you eat can create inflammation or not or anti-inflammatories, right? The fish oil, the olive oils, that's going to create a lot of anti-inflammatory, the avocados, but the other oils, the bad hydrogenated ultra processed oils, are going to create a lot of inflammation. So it's all based on what you eat and what's absorbed. Pretty cool, huh? And so the next layer of your gut is your immune system. And so depending on what foods you're putting down there and whether you have good integrity and a good healthy gut integrity, the walls of your integrity, the integrity of the walls is determines how much your immune system gets hit with foods which doesn't really belong there versus the bad bacteria which your intestines are supposed to be fighting. And so that's just a big overarching of how your gut health can affect your entire body, right? Because we know, going back to that last point about immune system, right? Whether you can fight an infection or not fight an infection has everything to do with your gut and everything to do with how many allergies your body is trying to fend off versus when you get sick. And just know, long haulers, COVID, and some of these other chronic viral infections can really be damped out when we start taking care of our gut. Again, another show for another day, but I want you to really fully take in how much your gut health impacts your entire body. So I will see you another day for one of those other topics that we mentioned today. And we will keep rolling on Wednesdays with What's Up Wednesday and What's Up with Functional Medicine. Love you all. Blessings. Bye.